Hey, what's up, everybody? It's that guy Skimpy, and this is Tackle Talk with Skimp, where I'm going to be interviewing a bunch of different bait makers, whether they pour jigs or pour plastics or make swim baits or airbrush or modify molds or even making molds. Anything that has to do with bait making and tackle, I want to talk about it. So let's go. Oh my God! Look at it. Dinko mold. This is the 5-inch one. Okay, so we're just going to jump right into it. I got question number one is, what is your name and where are you from?
My name's Mason, and I am from Iowa, just about 20 minutes east of the Do-It facility in Denver, Iowa.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's where I'm from.
All right. Question number two is, where can we find you? Like, what social media platforms are you on?
Oh, all right. So you can find me, Wapsie River Adventures, on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram.
Awesome.
Yep.
Number three, how long have you been bass fishing?
I would have to say, ever since. God, that's a hard question.
Yeah.
So fishing in general has been ever since I was like maybe 3 or 4, and then 5 years old, I would say bass fishing, because there's a little creek not next to me. That one just holds chubs and creek chubs and shiners. But there's a creek about 10, 15 minutes away from me that hold little tiny small bass. And that's where my grandpa and I always went. And I'd say around 5, 6, we finally got my grandpa's boat out and went fishing up there on the Volga and been bass fishing ever since. So
Awesome.
But just for the record, I can't keep the bass off my line. I usually target stuff that I can eat. Bass don't really taste all that great, because my grandpa always caught as many bass as he could, since he grew up during the Great Depression, and I don't think he ever threw a bass back, no matter how small it was or how big it was.
Yeah.
He kept them, and it kind of turned me off to eating bass ever since then. But I target stuff that I can eat. So crappie, walleye, northern pike. So, but I can't keep bass off the line. So.
All right. Question number 4 is, would you rather fish for smallmouth or largemouth bass?
What I would rather fish for, I would say smallmouth, because they have a lot more fight to them than largemouth.
Agreed.
But yeah, I mean, river smallmouth, they're totally different than lake ones. When I was up at the Boundary Waters, I caught like a 19, 20-inch smallmouth up there. And that one didn't put on as much as a fight as the river smallie that I caught for my PB. So I would say river smallmouth.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess there was a bonus question I forgot. What is your personal best larger?
Personal best?
Yeah.
My personal best smallmouth would be my 21-inch smallie that I caught out of the Wapsie River.
Awesome.
And that sucker put on a fight. I didn't know it at the time, because I was targeting walleye, and there was a bed that she was laying on, and I kept seeing this wake come, and something would hit my lure, and I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
And then finally I got her on the line, and she ripped my line right out to the middle of the river. She put one hell of a fight. But yeah, 21-inch smallie. So that was actually right after I got off of work from Do It, and I threw on one of those the Do It swim bait heads with a ripper, like 3.5-inch ripper, and had a white ripper on, and that's what I caught her on.
Awesome.
So, yep.
Okay. Question number 5 is what got you started in making your own baits?
So that's kind of a long story, but I'll try to make the story short. One day, my grandpa and I, he wanted to go up and grab. He just wanted to go up to Cabela's. So, and Cabela's for me, I would say is about an hour and a half from me up in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And I was about 14 years old, and he threw me in the car. He said, "You're driving up there," and so we drove up there, and he picked up one of those Bell swivel sinker molds
Okay.
from Do It.
Yeah.
And at the time, we didn't even know Do It was in Denver at the time. And so, and then he grabbed the split shot mold. We headed home. He just grabbed a hold of an old car rim, threw a propane torch type deal that he made up, threw it under there, threw a cast iron pot, threw some lead that he had in his shop, and that's what we started making our own sinkers from. And then we made a lifetime usage of those sinkers because we made up so many that we kind of quit. And then one year after he passed away, I was working at John Deere and I got laid off, and somebody told me Do It was hiring. And I was like, that name sounds familiar. And so I ran down into my basement, looked at the molds, and I was like, yep, that's Do It Molds. And so I quickly looked it up on Google where they were at, went over there, applied, got the job. And ever since then, started making my own stuff. So
It's awesome.
as you can see on the wall behind me, it's all Do It Mold stuff.
Yep. Looking like my shop,
Yep.
except a lot cleaner.
Yep.
All right. Question number 6 is what's your favorite bait or mold that you like to make? And bonus question part of it is your favorite color. So what's your favorite mold and what's your favorite color to make?
So that's a hard one because I like them all.
True. Yeah. Okay.
So I don't really like the large, like soft plastic molds that they sell, just because I don't ever use them. They have their own uh, time and place for those, like those real long, like 4 inch, like not 4 inch. It'd be, I think it was those 6 inch sea tail worms that
Okay.
they sell.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think they're 6 inch ones. I mean, those are for like lakes in Texas rigging those. But I would say any type of soft bait mold that I can target walleye on, but bass use them obviously, and bass will eat them up. Same with walleye. I would have to say for my jig though that I like to use the most is their freestyle jig.
Okay.
Just because you can throw those big eyes on there
Oh yeah.
and they just look awesome. So
I
I
love
would
that
say
mold.
that'd be my favorite. Yeah.
Uh, do you always go
Oh,
up in size and hooks, or do you just stay with recommended? Because
I think it depends on the situation. So like if I'm to heading down to southern Iowa and they have those reservoirs
yeah.
there, if I'm fishing the lakes, I'll throw on a jig that is a bigger size hook. But for I would say down below the dams where the wipers are at, I would probably throw on the recommended size hooks on there, and that's how I usually go with it. So, um, what my favorite color would be? I know everybody says they hate making white, and I
I hate it.
understand. Yeah, I understand the reasoning for it. I understand the reasoning why everybody hates making white, but I don't go straight white. What I usually do is I just throw the pearl powder
Okay.
into the plastisol and I just cook it very, very slowly. If I have to reheat it, I just reheat it very, very slowly.
Yeah.
And I throw in that heat. It's that type of oil
The
or
stabilizer
some
stuff.
heat stabilizer stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, I throw that stuff in there, but it's my confidence color, and because anything pretty much hits that color.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I just know everybody hates white, but that's probably my go-to
Okay.
color.
I love fishing it. I just hate making it.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So speaking of that, on the opposite side is what bait or mold and colors do you hate to make? Like, what's the most pain in the butt for you
Oh,
to make?
okay. So the most pain in the butt color I hate making it would be pink, because that stuff, if you cook it too long, it turns like a red color on me.
Yeah.
And so it gets darkened up, and it just turn it if you cook it too long, cook it too hot, it will darken up. But it's one of those deals again, like white, you have to cook it slow,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
and throw that heat stabilizing stuff in there. The mold I hate making the most of is, I would have to say, I love it. I love the mold, but I hate the mold. Is that new hatchet craw that they came out with?
Okay.
Is because in those, I have trouble with those claws. They always get an indent in those claws,
All right.
and they're it's too big for me. I like the bass around here. They will not go after it. Then
Love that
that's
hatchet
just
craw.
around.
I love that thing.
Yeah, yeah. And the bass won't go after it for around here because it's too big of a craw.
Huh.
Now, when I was down at Rathbun and Red Rock, the bass were hitting it like crazy. But river smallies, they do not like it. They like those small craws. But those claws always indent on me, and I know I have to try and shoot it slow and heat the mold up, preheat the mold up.
Yeah,
But
it's
my basement, it's always cold, and I have to throw it in the oven first and then take it out, shoot it up, and just hold long pressure on it.
yeah, I was gonna say
Mhm.
long pressure,
Yep,
hold it.
yep, long pressure on it.
Yep.
Yep. But it kind of sucks because it's one of those ones I have to try and hit last if I have a line of molds that I'm shooting up at the same time.
Yeah.
And then I either have, it's one of those that I have to make sure I have enough plastisol in an injector to try and inject it. So, but it takes so much plastic. So,
Yeah, but I love it, the multi cavity ones, because instead of just making
oh,
one at a time, it's just
yeah,
so.
yeah. I don't have the multi cavity ones. I
Oh,
have
you
that
just have
single.
the actual CNC ones, not
Yeah,
the
yeah. The
sand
single
cast or whatever you
cavity.
call it.
Yeah, yep, not the sandcast. I don't. I have sandcasts of other ones, but if I'm spending the money, I'm getting the CNC ones. Just because I like the shininess of it. The dull color, it doesn't work with me because I like that more flicker in the movement of the baits than the dull color. So
Man, what's crazy is I used to think I like it shiny and it looks new, but
yeah,
what changed my mind is one of the craws. I don't know if it was Katana Craw or whatever. One of the do-it-molds that's in the Sandcast, the ES
yeah,
Essential Series. Uh, and when I made it in the with the ES series and it's dull, it looked
yeah.
more realistic to me than
Oh yeah,
super
yeah,
shiny. So
yeah,
I I I'm loving the dull look more and more with everything. Uh,
yeah,
the swim bait ones, I would rather have shiny, but like
yeah,
all the
yeah.
craws and stuff like that, I love the dull
Mhm.
look.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, it's personal preference for like a lot of people.
Yeah,
For me, I'm more of a power fisherman instead of a finesse fisherman. I'm not one of those types that can sit there and just jig, all just bounce up and down. It's not me. That's not my type of fishing. I'm one of those power fishermen that have to have the movement, the flicker,
yeah.
all that. Yeah.
Jigs, that's my
So,
bread and butter, man. I love it. Love
yeah.
flipping jigs. Jigs and
Yeah.
chatterbaits, man. And I know they're two different
Yeah.
styles. One is, you're just reeling in, but jigs, love it.
Yeah.
Chatterbaits, love it. That's my two favorite.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Question number 8. What is some good advice for someone who's getting into this, for someone that's just starting out?
Okay. So the advice I would give them is that this is not a very cheap hobby. It's an expensive hobby.
Yeah.
And if you're just starting out or just wanting to get into it, I would definitely get a hold of do-itmolds because they have those kits there.
Yes.
And they have the kits for the plastisol, they have the color, they have the glitter, they have the injector gloves, everything that you need except for the respirators. Now those kits don't come with the mold, and because the essential series they come they come with just like I said before, the plastic, glitter, color, and just the essentials. And I'm not 100% sure on this because it's been a while and I haven't had to order a kit for anyone. But either I think you get to choose the essential series molds that you want, not the XL ones, but I think it's essential series. I'm not 100% sure, but you would have to call the company to make sure on that.
I'm pretty sure that
So,
their kits do come with a mold now. Like you get a
oh,
pick,
do they?
and I think that it's a chosen few.
Yeah, yeah. And and then you're going to have to experiment as you're going along, and you're going to waste plastic, you're going to screw up on color, you're going to screw up on how much glitter
Oh
you put
yeah.
in, because it was the same way with me when I got there at Do It, and they said, okay, here's the molds and here's the plastic, start doing what you need to do in order to understand this, so that way you can relay the information back to the customer. And when I started out there at Do It, I was both out in the foundry and working on the CNCs, deburring the molds and all that. But yeah, you need that practice. So that's what they had me doing back there for a couple days to start understanding how the molds work, how to start doing it right. And if you need advice, always call, Do It, talk to Brennan there,
Yep.
or say, hit you up or hit myself up.
Yeah.
If you have a question, try and get advice from people that are willing to give you the advice.
Yep.
So that's what I would say. But yeah, and I would remind them too, it's not cheap, it's very expensive, but you get to make something that you can't get in the store.
Exactly.
And you can customize the bait to something that's in your area. So if you want to make it realistic, like you said, for you, that's great. For me, I like to make something that really, uh, I don't really mean to swear, but pisses that fish off,
No, it's
and
okay.
to attack to attack that bait, and get it mad and say, okay, this is something that isn't supposed to be here.
Gotcha.
But like some areas, a lot of fish do want to go after something that's in that area. Like that guy you had on before that was talking about the different types of crawdads, the
Yeah.
colors of them that adapt to that area that they live in. You can go ahead and make that bait so you can have something that's related to that area.
Match the
So
hatch, baby.
yeah,
Match the
yeah,
hatch.
exactly. And so, but that's what I would get. That's what I would tell them.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
yeah.
Okay. Question number 9 is there anything special that you've been working on, and do you have any baits that you can show us that you've made?
Uh, let's see here. One sec. So I picked up nothing related to bass, but bass will go after
That's
them.
fine, man. All tackle talk, man. I love all of it.
Okay. I picked up the bat jig from Do It,
Oh,
and I
you're
made
off camera
the.
there.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
sorry. Uh, so the bat jig from Do It Molds for crappie fishing.
Yep.
And so that's what I've been doing up because I was doing some research and I needed something that would get down into those brush piles, a little
Yeah.
bit smaller profile, and I figured this would be perfect for it. So I do have a video up on my channel about making these. And I forgot to include in that video of the finished product, and I didn't get the eyes on them. But actually, the ones with the eyes that I finished up, I painted it all pink, and I dribbled that disco silver
Okay,
that
yeah.
Do It came out with on
Nice.
top. And I took one of their attack eyes, and I can't remember the type of eye they're called, but it's the silver with the black pupil.
Is it the new hyper series ones?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Those are freaking awesome. And
yeah.
Not to go off the subject here, but though it's called the perch something or maybe perch eye. Holy smokes, you can use that eye with almost every color jig.
Yeah.
I love it. It looks realistic.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So, and I don't have that eye specifically, but I do have like the silver one.
Yeah.
For them. Actually, I have them right here. These. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. So this one, of course, they won't have it on there, but it's the 7133. I don't know if that matches what they have on their website, but and they don't have a saying what type. It just says Do It Fish 3D eyes.
Okay, but I think those might just be the regular ones. They do have like hyper ones, and man, I don't have any right here.
Yeah,
but they have these newer ones that, if I remember right, it's a red packet. Man, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got a box.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's hyper HD lure eyes, but this one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what those are.
Trying to find if I have those. Not sure if these are the perch ones, but these ones do look awesome as well. I don't know. You can see those.
Oh yes, yeah, yep. I recognize those. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick some of those up.
I got so much stuff around. So if you like that silver, they have the Ninja Shad. That's like all silver.
Oh yes, yep, yep.
I don't know if you.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah, but these ones, they have a new one called the Attack series as well. So they have that HD Hyper or Hyper HD and Attack series.
Yeah.
And do-itmolds stepped their game up with these eyes, man. I love them.
Yes.
I love them.
Yeah, yeah. I was waiting on that, and I think that was a Brandon idea.
Yeah.
Because hey, we need to get some different types of eyes. But once but anyway, this is one of the other ones that I do like, and I picked up a while ago. I think it's their Quaking Shad.
Yeah.
Soft plastic, and I just threw something together like from on the last video. That guy from 47 Lures, he sent me some that nano powder or mica powder.
Yeah, yeah.
That he came out with, and it's just like I just threw it in pink to see what that blue would do, and this blue turns it into like a bluish purple, and that mica powder. So that's just something I threw together. But for the mold, I picked up the mold, and I'm gonna have to start playing around with it, because for do-it-molds, they're CNC rippers. They're hard to dual inject because the colors start to swirl.
Agreed.
And that's the one thing that kind of upsets me with the rippers from the start. When I was working there, and they came out with it that year, I started working there, and I was like, we needed to put that sprue to where it doesn't come down and make an L shape, and the colors start to swirl.
Gotcha.
And they just needed to come straight down like the Quaking Shad did. So, but thankfully they put their rippers in the XL Essential Series to where you can actually dual inject that ripper.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, but the Quaking Shad, I'm starting to like that one. quite a bit just because of those ribs in there. It makes a little bit more movement, vibration in the water while you're reeling it in, and you can actually dual inject that one. So, and of course the CNC.
Right.
So,
when you fish it, do you fish it with the freestyle head?
yeah, and the swim bait too.
Okay.
Swim bait head too.
So I started with the swim bait head with that, and
Yeah.
I just didn't like it. It just
Yeah.
there's something about it I didn't like, so I had an extra freestyle head there, and I used it, and now I won't go back. It's only freestyle head with that now. So
yeah. Yeah, and I'll fish both with both swim bait and freestyle. It all depends on what you're going after. I mean, obviously, like the swim bait head, I'm not 100% sure if it takes the victory hooks. I still had a bunch of those hooks that they recommended for the swim bait head,
yeah,
so I haven't switched over to see if they take both the owner or the victory style
I
hook.
believe
But
you can use both. Yes.
you can use both.
I
Okay, well, that's good to know because if I run out, I can just go ahead and order some victory because I love those victories
I do as
that
well.
that do it came out with, and but yeah. So I mean, like I said, it all depends. Like there's a Rocky River or whatever. I'm using that swim bait head just because it doesn't snag up as easily as a freestyle.
Okay.
Just because it has that, like the bottom of that swim bait head has that lead
That
on the bottom.
yeah.
Yeah, it just skips right off over top of that rock, over the rock. Where this freestyle, for some reason, I always snag up on that guy. So
All right, so I'm gonna bring it back just a little bit. So
yeah,
we were talking about the molds that we don't like to make.
yeah,
The swim bait head is one for me, and
just wiggle that sprue like crazy.
yeah, definitely.
And that's the only way you can probably get that sucker out. I mean, I've tried the soot method.
Yeah.
I tried mold release method.
Yep.
And the only way that I can figure it out is just take that sprue
Wiggle
and
it a
just
little
wiggle
bit.
the crap out of it.
Yep.
Yeah. I tried the hook way, but the hook wiggles if you have too soft a leg.
Correct. That's what I was gonna get at.
Yeah, but the sprue is the way to go. So,
all right. Well, I got one more question for you. So if you can fish with anyone dead or alive, who would it be?
Okay, so that's. Can I go two people?
You know what? We'll let you go two people.
Okay. One is my grandpa. I would definitely go back, and I would love to go back and fish with him because when he was alive, his favorite soft bait was the twister tail.
Okay.
And for some reason, for me, before I got to do it, I had a hell of a time of trying to find that twister's tail in stock anywhere. Everybody went. It was the twin tail twister tail.
Yeah.
So it had two of those, and all I could find were the singles. Until I got the job at Do It, and I saw that they sold the mold to make the twin tail twister tail. And ever since then, if I am not getting a bite on anything, that is my backup lure.
Oh yeah.
So, and then he always fished with yellow and white. But now if he was back, I would show him all the different colors that we could fish with because it was either that green chartreuse color or yellow or white when I was growing up that we could only find for colors. And he only fished with the yellow and white, but all the other single tails, there was thousands of different colors for those. Right. And he always wanted to fish with a different color other than those three, but we could never find them. But now, if he was around, I could show him all the different colors and dual inject, whatever.
Right. So who was the second person?
I would have to go Bill Dance.
Yep. The guy I was talking with last night, he said Bill Dance.
Yeah. Did he say Bill Dance?
He did.
I would have to say Bill Dance just to see if he would screw up like he would with those bloopers.
I love those bloopers. And matter of fact, in the interview I was talking with him last night, we were talking about those bloopers, man. Hilarious.
Yeah, and I mean, just the knowledge too, just to get
Oh, yeah.
the knowledge that he has.
For sure.
And I mean, you could live 5 lifetimes and not gain the knowledge that that guy has on bass fishing. And but I mean, as many videos as I grew up watching him fish, I still don't know. I mean, I could rewatch him and learn something
Yeah.
that he would spit out. So, but yeah, those are my two, man. So
That's awesome.
my grandpa and Bill Dance.
Perfect.
So
well,
yeah,
that's all the questions I have for you. Do you have anything you'd like to add, or any shout outs or anything before I let you go?
Oh, well, for one, do it, because otherwise I would never met. Well, I still haven't met you in person, but ever since I got the job at Do It,
Right.
I was like, I need more knowledge. Where am I going to find this? And I found you on YouTube. So
Yep.
I think you're the original on that one. And but yeah, do-itmolds. That's about it. And ever since I got the job there, it sparked that fire of learning how to do how to make stuff on your own, because that was the way my grandpa was. If he had an idea for something, instead of paying for it, he would make it himself. And that's kind of where the whole do-it-molds thing came into play when I was 14 years old. Then got the job at Do It, and that kind of lit the fire under there, because it went from do-it-molds to making my own turkey calls. That's so I found a place that sells the wood turning stuff, that sells actually kits for it, and now I'm just doing the YouTube hustle to try and make some extra money so that I can actually go and buy more of that stuff and buy more stuff to make turkey calls. So, exactly. And honestly, to tell you the truth, the price of turkey calls ever since that just rocketed for some reason. And I'm like, thank God I found that place that I can make my own turkey calls. Instead of paying $60 for mass produced stuff, I can just order the stuff, sand it down, throw it together, and voila, done, boom. And I only spent $10. So,
awesome. Well, I think our time is going to run out here. So,
okay, no problem.
I'm going to cut it. But I do appreciate you coming on. Everybody watching, I appreciate you guys watching. And yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you. And we'll have to do this here again soon.
Yeah, no problem. We'll see you.
All right.
All right.
Cut.
Yep.
Oh my God! Bingo mode. This is the